Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, PDP governors to meet in Abuja this evening. President Buhari says Tuesday's attack on Defense Academy will boost rather than dampen morale of armed forces to end criminality. Matawale calls for state of emergency in northern Nigeria. Police say investigation will prove if robbers of ATM inside River State University were dressed in police uniforms. Resident doctors continue strike despite court order on the foreign scene terror attack warning issued by Kabul airport. I am Ifiemi Andrew. The PDP governors are to meet in Abuja this evening. The chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Aminu Tambuwal, in consultation with his colleagues, summoned an emergency meeting of the forum. The meeting will discuss recent developments in the PDP. The governors enjoined all PDP members and stakeholders to exercise patience as efforts have been made to ensure continued stability of the party in the days ahead. President Muhammadu Buhari says Tuesday's attack on the Nigerian Defense Academy will boost rather than dampen the morale of the armed forces to end criminality in the country. A statement by his special media aide Ifiemi said the attack came when the military had put insurgents, bandits, kidnappers and other criminals on the retreat. He also commiserated with the families of those who died during the incident. The defense headquarters has denied claims that military personnel monitoring the CCTV at the Nigerian Defense Academy were fast asleep when the attack on the facility happened. A statement by the Director of Defense Information, Major General Benjamin Sawyer, said a board of inquiry has been constituted to ascertain what led to the security breach. Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawale has called for an state of emergency in the north over the security challenges in the region. He made the call at a meeting with an Assistant Inspector General of Police, Ali Janga, at the Government House in Gusau on Wednesday.
With the support you are giving the police here in Zamfara, the security challenges.
If these bandits can have the heart to go off to NDE to kidnap and army officers, I think the northern Nigeria has to be declared a state of emergency on security. Because if from Zamfara to Sokoto cannot be accessed, we are in trouble. So this is not the matter of politics, but it was unfortunate here in the north. Particularly some politicians are happy with what is happening because what they think is it was when people been killed that they may have some way to come out and campaign.
On his part, the AIG, Ali Janga, assured the governor that insecurity will soon be a thing of the past.
With the support you are giving the police here in Zamfara, the security challenges will soon be a thing of the past. Sir, the police authority has procured and is still buying more equipment, heavy equipment, that enable the police here in Zamfara and the country at large to challenge or to take the war to the bandits. I don't need to mention some of the equipment the government or the police authority has purchased, but I'm giving you that assurance, sir. Very soon we'll have cause to laugh, not here in Zamfara, but the country at large too.
Plateau State Government has reimposed a 24-hour curfew in Jos North local government area. The Director of Press and Public Affairs to Governor Simon Lalong, Dr. Makut Macham, announced this in a statement on Wednesday. The curfew follows a recent attack that saw over 30 people killed and several others injured, with houses set ablaze. The statement said 10 persons have been arrested in connection with the attack. The River State Police Command says only an investigation will prove if ATM robbers at the River State University wore police uniform. SP Omoni confirmed to the correspondent Sebi Ruwari that over 20 million naira was stolen by the ATM thieves yesterday morning.
Now they were dressed in police uniforms at the realm of speculation. Well, I can confirm that yesterday unknown thieves burgled the ATM gallery at the River State University and scattered away money, running into millions of naira. About 20-something million naira was taken away from the ATM gallery. They damaged the 4 ATM stands and looted the treasury.
SP Amoni said some persons have been arrested in connection with the robbery.
Commissioner led his team to place, had an on-the-spot assessment of the place. Then the CP has directed that the state service will take over the investigation. So far, we have security men and some persons that we are around when this incident took place. They are helping us. I've also invited the bankers to assist us in our investigation. We have about 5 or so of them, 5 of them in our custody now, in helping us. Because as at the time I left, the state they were still there. So I don't know if they have been given bail or not. But they were there when I left the state there.
A report yesterday said gunmen dressed in police uniform robbed the ATM gallery of a bank at the motor park of the River State University in the early hours of Wednesday. Meanwhile, the police station is less than 100 meters away from the school gate. At least 3 people were injured following a fire outbreak at the Apunima Wharf in Port Harcourt. The blaze caused panic in the area. An online video showed at least 20 petrol tankers attempting to move away from the scene at the same time. No official source has confirmed the actual cause of the fire, but our correspondent gathered that it started from an illegal crude oil refinery. Our correspondent who was at the scene spoke to the Federal Fire Service Commanding Officer, Aludu Alpha, who joined those in the area in putting out the fire.
We tried our best with the help of other fire service agencies that came. We were able to put up the fire. But when we are trying to know exactly where the smoke was coming up, then the call came from coming house that it's Abolomwa Wharf. Immediately I called my men, we turned out. There's no life lost, but some damage, property lost, worth millions. Yeah, I will try to make investigation, but the guys I met there were not straightforward. But I know it's this bunkering fuel from my observation and experience. What I saw is like a shanties, a block of shanties. It's not a building.
DSF Alpha also advised the public to promptly call the Federal Fire Service emergency numbers 0816 925 0435 and 0908 875 5743 when there is a fire in the area.
My advice to the general populace or residents that anytime they see fire, they should not underrate it at the initial stage, because fire, when it starts, it can escalate. Anytime they see fire, they should call the nearest fire service or call fire service. Most of the challenges we always have, like where we are coming from, Federal Secretariat. Before we go to this place, it took us time. The motorists, they will see a fire engine coming with siren and all that. Some of them will not give way. This fire we are going to put off, we are not the one that set the fire, put the fire on.
Still ahead, a den where people are chained and subjected to inhumane treatment discovered in Rimouski. Stay tuned.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
A den where people are chained and subjected to inhumane treatment has been discovered at Road 5, Slaughter, Rimouski. The den, in the guise of a church, has its name as New Holy Christ Army Church Worldwide, Rimouski Station. Our correspondent who visited the place reports that hefty young men, young and elderly women all had red mud smeared all over their bodies and walked around the compound barefooted. Most of the young men were in scanty clothing. Our correspondent also saw 3 people, a man and 2 women in chains sleeping on benches. One of the women who spoke to our correspondent said she was taken to the place against her will by a woman in the compound whom she referred to as her grandmother. She said she has been sleeping on a bench under the chain and under the rain and in the sun for days.
The 3 men, 2 of them take 2 cane. They start flogging this girl. The face here, it's here. Blood start rushing out. The woman that claimed that she's her mother, before that her was looking at them. He said, "You are not my mother. I don't know you from anywhere. And I'm not mad. Where are you taking me to? I'm suffering there. Please, people, Mona go call police. Make police follow us. Go.
I went to meet somebody. The person now sent me message to the person that wanted me to work for her. Say sales girl. Then I went to the market to buy something. They start beating me up there, beat me up this way, and now people came here, and this guy is saying that he's going to break somebody's head here. Then now I'm telling them that why would they hold my leg? A grown up girl, I'm not a 18-year, I'm a government child. Somebody cannot keep me this way and be expecting me to stay here under rain and under sun. For what?
Earlier, an eyewitness narrated how the young girl who said she was brought to the place and chained against her will was found at Alu after she escaped from the church. The eyewitness said 3 heavily built young men traced the young lady to Alu and used long sticks to hit her several times as she cried out for help.
The 3 men, 2 of them take two cane. They start flogging this girl. The face here, tear, blood start rushing out. The woman that claimed that she's a mother, father and her was looking at them. He said, "You are not my mother. I don't know you from anywhere. And I'm not mad. Where are you taking me to? I'm suffering there. Please, people, Mona go call police. Let police follow us go the place where they call church. So say they want to do the deliverance for me. Now I do fine hair. Now them baba my hair. This woman I don't know before."
In the meantime, the matter was reported to Choba Police Division. When the police arrived at the compound, some members of the church told the police that the people inside the compound are there for spiritual healing. The Rivers State Police Command is yet to speak on this. Following the predicted heavy flooding in 8 local government areas in the state, the paramount head of Upata Kingdom in Ekpeye land, Eze Felix Otuwarikpo, says the traditional council has arranged 2 camps for flood victims.
We have suffered greatly over these past few years. We don't understand why our people are treated differently. As a matter of fact, we have notified some schools to evacuate their students in some parts of their buildings to enable us prepare those places for those that will be affected by the flooding. We have 2 camps, one at Ahoda, one at Akenema, but they are not large enough to accommodate all the victims of the flood disaster.
Eze King Felix Otuwarikpo, who is also the regent of Ekpeye Kingdom, however, appealed to the construction company handling the East-West Road to open up the canals in the area to reduce the impact of the flood.
This construction of the East-West Road has blocked the water channels. If those water channels are opened up, of course there will be movement of water from the Orashi River straight to the Sombrero River. But those water channels that normally take water coming from Orashi to Sombrero have been blocked. And so it's difficult for water to pass through. And this water pull back. And this is what is causing this level of damage to our communities. If that is addressed, we will not be having this kind of impact our people are facing.
The local government areas predicted to experience heavy flooding this year include Aoda East and West, Ogba Egbema, Endoni, Andoni, Abua Odwa, Port Harcourt City, Gokana, and Okrika. A 3-day capacity building workshop for members and staff of the Achille Legislative Assembly has opened in Port Harcourt to enhance the capabilities of members. Declaring the workshop open on Wednesday, Chairman of the Achille Local Government Area, Obi Nayanwu, said the workshop was organized to improve the workings of the local government and service delivery at the ward levels. Dr. Ayanwu said the workshop will enable the local government administrators function effectively.
Without knowledge, we can't grow. As executive arm of this government, we deemed it necessary that we needed to impart this knowledge to the legislators for them to be able to function in their duties. This knowledge is for you alone. So I want to urge all of you to concentrate in this, to see it as something you really need. Comport yourself for these 3 days that we're here to make sure you gain this knowledge peacefully and go back to continue legislative duties.
Also speaking, Managing Director of Prime Gate Consult Nigeria Limited, Dr. R.R. West Esquire, assured that it will deliver on the objectives of the training to enable the participating legislators gain practical knowledge for sustainable development of their constituencies.
Let me formally welcome you to this program, the intensive workshop for legislators of Achille local government area. It's a program organized by Prime Gate Consult Nigeria Limited and powered by the Achille local government. We have gathered the very best of the best to teach you instruments of legislative practice. You'll be sufficiently equipped not only to function effectively as a legislator in the Achille local government, but even at the House of Assembly in the state, and even if you want to go higher in the political career.
On his part, chairman of the occasion and former dean, Faculty of Social Science at the Ignatius Ajuri University of Education, Professor Alafro Epele, said the workshop will create an opportunity for the councillors to express ideas and equip themselves with leadership skills.
Please see this as an opportunity to learn, and not only learn. It's not an academic exercise. See it as a virtue, a value that you have to, that is being imbued in you, which you go home with and learn to exemplify it. That is what makes a man. That's what makes a community. That's what makes a society. That's what makes a country. There's no society today that develops, that didn't develop through knowledge. Read their history books.
PDP Deputy Chairman in Rivers State, Chukwuemeka Aaron, admonished the councillors to be united and avoid utterances capable of causing division between them and the executive arm of government in Ichie. Our correspondent reports that the leader of Ichie Legislative Assembly, Cynthia Nwala, thanked the Ichie Council Chairman for his continuous support towards the 9th Legislative Assembly. The theme for the 3-day workshop is Workshop on Legislative Ethics, Practice and Executive-Legislative Relationship in a Democracy. The Kalabari Youth Council Worldwide has criticized comments by the leader of Kengema Unity Forum, Sobomabo Jakrich, that the Wike's administration has not executed any project in Degema, Asaritoru and Akukutoru local government areas. President General of Kalabari Youth Council Worldwide, Ipalibo Madodoye, at a press briefing in Port Harcourt, described the statement as false. Mr. Madodoye said the Wike's administration has not only executed projects in Kalabari land, but also the 23 local government areas. He said the most recent is the ongoing construction of the abandoned Trans-Kalabari Road.
For the records, the Rivers State government, under the leadership of Governor Wike, has executed several projects for the Kalabari land, among which are the sand filling and land reclamation ongoing in Obonoma, in Akukutoru local government, building of modern secondary school in Pakana of Degema local government, sand filling, land reclamation in Kola of Akukutoru local government, revamping of Marywood School in Asaga, total revamping of Degema General Hospital, renovation of Kalabari National College, award of Phase 1 of the all-important and so long-awaited Kalabari Road project, and many more. It is obvious that all Ebony Papa wants is recognition, but that cannot be gotten on cheap blackmail.
The President General of Kalabari Youth Council, Ipalibo Madodoye, challenged Sobomabo Jakrich to show his impact in the area when he served as the Chairman Caretaker Committee of Asaritoru.
The Kalabari people, especially our youths, are very happy with Governor Wike. The call for accountability must begin at home, and we so strongly challenge Mr. Jakrich to explain in details what he did with the hundreds of billions of naira he received on behalf of the people of Asaritoru local government for the months he was the caretaker chairman, and show verifiable proof of Asagans whose lives he transformed, as well as projects executed in all the communities of Asaritoru local government.
The National Association of Resident Doctors, NARD, says its strike continues despite the order by the National Industrial Court to call off the strike. Secretary General of NARD, Jerry Isogun, told correspondent Martha Okiri that the court order is confusing, as another aspect of the order said all parties should maintain status quo.
There are Minister of Labour are giving it an interpretation. Our lawyer is giving another interpretation. Also, another confusing part of it is that you cannot give a judgment on behalf of the sender, and you have not even heard from them. So the status quo is still the same according to the judgment. The status quo that we know is that there is strike. However, we are looking forward to the resolution of this issue, and we are hoping that any moment from now, federal government would have done things that they are set out to do, and this strike will be further.
In the meantime, service at the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital has remained slow, both at the accident and emergency ward and for outpatients. 637 new cases of COVID-19 were recorded in Nigeria. Lagos recorded 322. Rivers had 70 cases, while Edo followed with 54 cases. 16 other states recorded cases, while 6 states had no case at all. 7 deaths were recorded on Wednesday.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Some nations say there is a high threat of terrorist attack at Kabul airport and have warned their citizens not to travel there. Australia, the US, and UK have issued alerts to their citizens. Those already outside the airport are advised to leave the area immediately. Countries are rushing to evacuate people by a 31st of August deadline. Thousands of people are still waiting inside and outside the airport, hoping to fly out of the country. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the Taliban have opposed extending the deadline, but also promised to allow foreigners and Afghans to leave the country beyond 31st of August. On the news this morning, you heard that President Muhammadu Buhari has said that Tuesday's attack on the Defense Academy will boost rather than dampen the morale of the armed forces to end criminality. PDP governors are set to meet in Abuja this evening. Governor Matawale is calling for a state of emergency and security in northern Nigeria. Rivers State Police says only an investigation will prove if robbers of ATM inside Rivers State University were dressed in police uniform. A den where people are chained and subjected to inhumane treatment has been discovered in Rumusi. Resident doctors are continuing their strike despite court order. On the foreign scene, we told you that terror attack warning has been issued for Kabul airport. The news was edited by Enohol Gbevire. Contact our newsroom on 0818-900-0017. For more stories, visit our website at www.nigeriainfo.fm. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this morning. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye for now.